is going on, everybody? It is chilly here in Burns, Oregon. Can I just say it is chilly? It is. I don't know if I can get the sky up above, but it's not. It's they're calling for rain, snow, possible mix. Get me out of here. If I could just have Arizona again, just for a little while until it decides to wake up and start warming up a little bit. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. It is open mic night. And let me just throw that link out in the comment box right there. You click on that link, it'll give you instructions. You just have to have a web camera and a microphone. And if I might add, also turn off whatever you're watching on. So if you're watching us in the background, I promise you'll still be able to hear it because I won't turn off the mic to you guys. You should be able to hear everything in the background. But if you come on and you still have it playing in the background, there is going to be this echo chamber thing going on until we get it turned off. So, but click on that link down below right here. Let me throw it out there, and that will throw you into the green room here, and we'll be bringing on people as they come in. So let's give a shout out first in the house. This is a first, guys. A dog beat y'all. A dog, my favorite dog of all, Miss Bear, right there. She was tapping on the keyboard tonight. Hello, Miss Bear. How you doing? God, I miss her. Glad to have you guys around. WCRV Adventures is in the house. Let's see if we can scroll on down here. Matthew Renaud is in the house. Hello. Dave's early. No, Dave is a minute late. Who had the pool for a minute late? So RV Living Life is feeling like eating chicken tonight. Come on, Gary. I know that you're going to come on. I see that it took you a few tries at trying to get standard there, the spelling right. So we know we have to have you on now. So Mr. Jim Bertrand, how you doing? He is up there. I think it is warmer in Canada. Jim, is it warmer in Canada there? It feels about 40 degrees here. I think it's actually more like 50, but guys, I'm wearing my heavy coat, and it's I want 80-degree weather, please. Miss Jennifer LaFord is in the house. Hello, Miss Jennifer. How you doing? She is actually, I've invited Miss Jennifer on next week. She is my real estate agent there in Central Oregon and has sold secret RV base camp for me while I've been away. So I have yet to actually get back there and thank her, but I'm looking forward to having her come on hopefully next week if you'll join us. If she can, I don't know. We'll see. W.S. Griffey is in the house. It looks cold. Yes, it does. And Gary, it's not popcorn. No, it's not. What do we? There. All right. It looks kind of foggy. It's not foggy here, but it is cold. It wants to rain, and I just know it. If it starts raining, I'll have to end the live. How can everybody hear me out there? I have such weak signal. Should I just start off with that in case we get cut off, in case the signal has been up and down? As of about 1 minute ago, it said that I could pull the live off. So we're gonna cross our fingers and hope that hopefully we can manage that. HC Carefree Highway, Traveling Merton and Sue, how you doing? Hopefully we can get you guys on. Laura WD Arts, glad to have you here. 80s in Branson, Missouri. Oh my gosh, you're warm. Everybody is warmer than Oregon. What is the matter with Oregon right now? I just don't even know what to think about this. But oh, if I missed your name, welcome. Glad to have you here. And what a week it has been. Guys, it has been a great month. I've been hanging out in southeastern Oregon. I'm back in central Oregon, just about 120 miles north of my final destination, at least for a little while. I'll be there not even a month, I think, or just about a month, and then we'll be heading off. I'll let you know what that plan is. It kind of ties in with this plan, so looking forward to that. But one thing I have learned about southeastern Oregon, first of all, gravel is a highway. I'm not kidding you a bit. If you get off the highway onto another highway, chances are, if you're leaving asphalt, you may be leaving asphalt, and you're going to be on gravel roads. Lots of gravel, dirt roads and gravel, and even one that was an old ion highway that looked like a wagon road, guys. I'm not even kidding you. That looked like a wagon road, and that's where I had my live. I believe it was last week. Was that last week? I'm not if I'm not mistaken. Up above Rome, Oregon. I went ahead and used that thumbnail, and just because I was running out of time. By the time that I got here, I only had about 15 minutes to try to get everything set up. I had to quick make a thumbnail. Not a minute, 15 minutes, maybe about 50 minutes. Let me back up on that. But oh my gosh, there, focus is better after backed away a little bit. Backdrop looks nice, like this. Okay, we'll say that. There we go. So everybody can hear me. Glad that you can hear me. Glad if for some reason we cut off. It's just this wacky, again, southeastern Oregon has held true. There is just not a lot of internet signal, and it's plagued me for the month. I haven't really been up to being able to upload videos. I managed to get some Instagram pics up, but really not that much. So let me throw the link right out here. Come join us if you would like. If you would choose, shall you? Let's throw it up there. Somebody's got popcorn in the room. It looks like Gary has popcorn in the room. So yeah, talk to him. There we go. Oh, Jenny Craig's in the house. Glad to have you guys here. I haven't seen you guys in a while. Glad to see you. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman are in the house. Glad to have you guys here. Guys, I got invited. It has been, the last week has been pretty amazing. I have seen the Steens and the Oregon Outback in its raw form. And really, you can't see it from a coach. If you have an overlander, if you have an off-road type RV setup, you can see southeastern Oregon, but not without that. It really is. It is remote and it is rough. And I spent a lot of time in a side-by-side or UTV, Ranger, whatever you want to call it, traveling around with Miss Bonnie. I have learned this past month that Miss Bonnie, I've been trying to get her on here. She is the hardest working person I know. She is just going all the time, and I could not tie her down again, but she hauled me out to Alvord Dry Lake Bed this past weekend, and I didn't know what to expect out there, and they were doing what I didn't know. Now I feel bad because I've only been able to tell you on the uh, uh, on the lives a little bit about what I'm doing out here. But Miss Bonnie works for the state of Oregon, the agricultural department, and the invasive weeds department, you might say. And they set her loose on southeastern Oregon to spray invasive weeds. She doesn't go after all the weeds. She tried teaching me how to identify the weeds, and I was no good at it. But over 30 years of experience she's got running around those mountains, and some of the places that she took me to over the past couple weeks have just been stunning. It's been amazing. But this weekend, if you caught us a couple weeks ago, we were at a rodeo. The reason we were at the rodeo, one of the things she does, she also runs a rodeo company. And that is a company that puts on rodeos around the state, around the Northwest, really. And a little shout out for Tri-State Rodeos. They do rodeos in Oregon, Idaho, Washington, and their schedule is just nuts. But they were contacted by an up and coming country western singer, and I'm not going to put it out here because I don't have all the information. So hopefully you won't ask me too many questions. But they went out to the Alvord Desert, which is a dry lake bed, and released the bulls. And we had pro rodeo riders. We had both bareback and bull riders. And guys, this was not an arena. This was out in the middle of a dry lake bed. And for this music video that they are shooting, they needed footage. They hired her company to bring out the bulls, bring out the rough stock, the horses, and do a little bit of rodeoing. And it felt special to be out there. Weren't many people out there, and it felt special to be out there. I got to film the behind the scenes on that, and I look forward. I got a lot of footage. I've got hours and hours that I need to go over and try to put that together. So I'm gonna do my best to see if we can't get that in. Crafty Travelers says that they are here, and says, where's Burns, Oregon? If you throw a dart at the center of Oregon, you just about hit Bend, Oregon. And just to the right of that, about 120 miles, is Burns, Oregon. And that is where I'm at. Now, if you guys know me for any time, Central Oregon, Bend, Oregon is my home base. That is where I'm eventually going to end up. But I am up in Oregon early. Normally, I'm shooting for June 1st. I'm up in Oregon early because I was invited to go and watch some rodeo, participate in the behind the scenes, and go and really check out a lot of southeastern Oregon. Has been absolutely an amazing time. It's cold though. It's cold. I'm just saying it's cold. So but yes, there was you're talking about letting loose these horses in the middle of a dry lake bed. And now there's a rider on there for all of about 8 seconds while they get their video shot. And then they have pickup men that are on horses that it's their job to get the horse and get them back to the trucks. And the biggest fear that was out there was either the bulls or the horses were going to say, I don't see a fence. I'm good. I'm out of here. And they wondered how long they were going to be riding until that horse or that bull finally got to a fence. I'm not going to give it away. I'm just going to let you know there was some unusualness or some craziness, as you could expect with a situation like this. It was fun. It was interesting. What an experience. You just don't know what you're going to see on this channel. And I'm here to tell you, I need a cowboy hat. Guys, what do you think? A black? There it is. Did you find a cowboy hat? No, not yet, Jim. I need one because I'm going to participate in one full rodeo, and that is in Haines, Oregon. I will be going up there the first week in July and look forward to being up there behind the scenes. And yes, I have to own a cowboy hat. I can't get away without it. They won't let me behind the chutes this time without a cowboy hat. They've kind of, I told them, I said, I'm just going to run to Walmart and get a hat. They said, no, you can't do that. They've been laughing at me and saying, no, you have to buy a real cowboy hat. Guys, I don't know cowboy hats, but I have had Miss Jennifer LaFord. She's going to square me away, I think, on a cowboy hat. She knows cowboy hats. Apparently, she's been in horses for a while. Yeah, I'm gonna help him when he gets to Bend. So whatever I come up with, what I'm going for. What I'm going for is probably a black cowboy hat. What I want to look like, I want to look like Rip on Yellowstone. Is that possible? Can we pull that off? I don't know if we can pull that off. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, but I've got to get a cowboy hat, guys. I've absolutely got a cowboy hat. Go to the Western store, Crafty Traveler says. No, what I miss AC Carefree Highway said something. Am I going to be wearing it? If you missed it, I'm sure you're talking about the live glasses. The live glasses were destroyed in a windstorm on Snowbird Mesa. I do not have the live glasses anymore. I need replacements for those, so I'm going to have to come up with live. But you know what? I don't know if they'd let me. You're dealing with some rugged cowboy types. I don't know if I can get away with that. I don't know. Oh my gosh. We're next week on the live. What do you guys think? Right? I get a free pass for breaking those mandatory rules. So far, I don't know how many I'm going to get. They let me participate in this. It was kind of fun. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of fun. I've never been behind the scenes, and it wasn't really a set. It was, we are going to put corrals up out in the middle of the desert, and we're going to film. And I think that is as many free passes as I'm going to get, though. So, unfortunately, but yeah. Yeah, we'll have Miss Jennifer on, and apparently I'm going to have a cowboy hat by the time next week. I am going to be rolling back into Bend, Oregon sometime probably tomorrow or the next day. It's 120 miles, so I'm just going to say Tuesday I'll be rolling back in to Bend because it's going to take me 2 days to go 120 miles. You guys know how slow that I run, but I see people in the green room now. Do you guys have cowboy hats? If anybody has a cowboy hat, I will put you on first. Do we have people? I saw Gary. You guys, Gary is up. I think Gary is going to the races there. I think he can pull it off. If you want to join us on the live, go ahead. Let me throw up this link real quick. Let's see if I can get it there. And click on the link right there. It will put you in the green room. And oh my gosh, okay, I have to put this on. Are you ready, Gary? Are you ready? Yeah, I've got a big thumbs up. All right. Oh, look at that. Is that a cowboy hat? That you would pass. Gary, I don't know if that is or not, but you would
I don't know
pass.
what it is. I think it's the standard quartzite hat, kind of flattened out.
I
If it was
like
more
it.
like this.
Okay, okay. It's more than what I've got. Okay, what?
True.
So,
Want to go for a walk?
okay, you go for a walk. Absolutely. I think he's going back to get another one. We will just see. Let me go ahead and let's see. We've got Traveling Mertens and Sue. Let's go ahead and bring them up. How are you guys doing? Let's see. We've got Traveling Mertens and Sue. Oh, we'll have you. Let's have you. How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. How are you?
I'm going to have you turn off your YouTube channel so that we've got an echo on this side. I'm going to have you turn off your YouTube.
Sorry.
Hello.
Oh, that's okay. How
Hello?
are you guys doing?
No, we can't hear you.
Oh, you guys can't hear. Can you hear me now? Should be. I've got your mic on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
There we go. Hello.
Okay,
Hello?
we might have a little bit of echo there. So, are you? So you want to open this in the StreamYard window that they give you. So go ahead and just go over to the StreamYard. Open this in the StreamYard window that they give you. So go ahead and just go over to the StreamYard. I'll let you go ahead and get that figured out. I see Gary over here. I'm going to go back over to Gary, and we'll see you here in just a second.
Is that better?
Absolutely. How are you doing, Gary?
I'm doing great. You?
Good. Now, Gary, that is, I think that's a sombrero.
I think this one's supposed to go this way. Hang on now.
Okay, okay. All
there
right.
we go.
Now, who is the collector of hats? Wait a minute. That's I don't know. Now you look like you're in China.
Definitely Carol is the collector of hats. She's got like
Carol,
5 or 6 cowboy hats.
I give her credit. Credit.
But I just have all these weird straw hats to try and keep the sun off me.
All right. That I like it. You got more hats than I do. You have competition though, Gary. Yeah, I'm here to tell you. We have Crafty Traveler. Now, see that one looks like a, now they're not, I don't know if they have to be rolled up on the side or not to be a cowboy.
I think I'm a forest ranger. I think I'm looking for Yogi Bear now.
Yeah, it might be. I see Crafty Traveler in the room. Let me go over there and say hi. All right.
Hi. Here's my cowgirl hat. I don't know how if it's on. There it is. It's hard to put this on with my headset and all. There. Is that it?
I'm with you. That looks fantastic. Good for
Yeah,
you.
it's a pretty turquoise lace one that I like to wear around, and it's my color. Bought it a couple of years ago. I can't figure out how to put this on with this headset on. Deal with it.
I don't.
There it is.
I feel like I'm going to look like the cowboy hat emoji when I put on a cowboy hat.
Probably. Hey, do you know, Dave? Do you know about the Oregon 22 meetup in Joseph Stewart State Park? It's June the 10th through the 19th. We're going to be up there the 12th through the 17th.
Okay.
And I think there's still openings if you're interested. Go to their Facebook page and ask Gracie well. Anyway,
I absolutely will. I absolutely will. Can you one more time on the name of that?
02, which is Oregon 22 meetup at Joseph Stewart State Park. I'm sorry, I can't do this hat. There. At Joseph Stewart State Park, contact Gracie Wall on the Oregon 022 meetup Facebook. I posted up on the chat. If you want to check it out.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
I
there.
will
I think there's still some openings, and if not, coming up for the day or something. But there might be openings with people that could share a spot. You're kind of long, so I don't know if you'd fit in the spot with us.
Right, right.
Because we're only 24, but you're 30 plus, right?
Yeah. I'm at 40. I'm at a full 40.
Oh, you're at 40.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Glad to have you on. You know what? Don't worry about that cowboy hat. You get full credit.
I proved that I had it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm at 40. I'm at a full 40.
Oh, you're at 40.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. We have.
All right.
But maybe there's somebody that's on just a van or something that's got a long sight. I don't know. You'd have to talk to Gracie Wall.
Okay.
Or Gina Payne. Gina Payne is involved with organizing it too.
Okay. All right. We still have Traveling Merton and Sue. Let me just bring them on real quick. Hi guys.
Sure.
I've got your mic muted just because we've still got that reverb there, and I'm not sure if you're watching it on YouTube, but you'll have to close that window and just keep the StreamYard window open and do it through the StreamYard. So hopefully that makes sense to you. Hopefully we will get them back and see. Let's see if we can get everybody on here?
Yeah, there you go.
Let's see. There we go. Mr. Gary, what have you been doing?
Cooking chicken on the Blackstone.
Oh my gosh!
As long as it's kept low.
I can't hear it.
Oh,
if you're trying to outspeak there.
Okay. I have to tell you, I had need for a Blackstone this weekend. I ended up cooking for about 20 cowboys. And I definitely had the grill going. The pellet grill was going, and cowboys, you know what they eat?
They're not eating shrimp.
No, they're not eating shrimp. I'm here to tell you, I had more steaks pass over that grill this weekend than I think the whole time that I've owned the thing.
They're not eating shrimp, and they're not using litter boxes.
No, absolutely not. Oh, it looks like we lost Crafty Traveler. Hopefully he'll be back. Well, Gary, I don't know about you. We'll let the room decide, but who wins on the cowboy hat? I mean, I like yours, but
Well, I don't really have a cowboy hat.
Right? Well, you're doing good. I think that one does count as official sombrero. So
yeah. Here, let me get some of Carol's. They might be a little small.
Whoa, Nelly is in the house. And they said they'll be at that 022 meetup. That is the Crafty Traveler just put that out. So glad to have that info. I'll have to go and check it out. I didn't know anything about it. I left because the hubby couldn't hear the TV, I think. I'm still on the chat. Well, it was good to have you on, just the same. So, Miss Lamona, a name we haven't seen in a while. How are you doing? Finally made it to another live. I'm usually cooking dinner. I totally understand. We are at the dinner hour, so absolutely. I'm glad to have you here. And they're working on selling the air. Are you getting something else? They sold the truck. You're working on selling the Airstream. Hopefully, you're getting something else there. And let's see. We've got Traveling Merton and Sue back on. Let's see if we can go ahead and add them. All right.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah, perfect. You sound great.
Hello?
Can you hear us?
Now, hopefully, you can hear us.
Something's wrong. Hello? It's not working.
We hear
We can
you.
hear
Can't
you.
hear nothing.
I don't
else.
think-
Sorry.
They can't hear us.
How do we fix?
Oh,
Send a message. How do we fix it?
Gary, what have you got up there going for temperatures right
Okay.
now? Because it looks like every time I see one of your videos, you're sporting a suntan.
It's hot here. I think tomorrow and Tuesday are going to be 30 and 31, which is like in the 90s.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's warm.
Yeah.
That's warmer than here. How
What
is it you're
31
getting?
Celsius in Fahrenheit?
How is it that you're
88 degrees.
88 degrees?
88.
How is it that you're
88 degrees.
88 degrees?
88.
Hello?
I think they got their echo going again.
Yep, they got the echo going again. That's okay.
You gotta turn it down when it echoes.
Oh, now I think can they hear us?
I'm not gonna be able to do it tonight.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they can hear us or not. Crafty Traveler asked if they are on mute. They're not on mute on my end. Their mic is open on my end. So if anybody has some tips, if you could put it in the room there to the side, maybe they can try that. Usually the only time we've ever had a problem with reverb has been when somebody is trying to watch it on YouTube rather than going through StreamYard, and so then you get a duplicate effect on that. And they say we can't hear you. So sorry about that. Hopefully we can get
Sorry,
them
we
back,
can't hear you.
but we can hear you. There, we'll put that out there.
Change the message. We can hear you. You can hear us.
You
but
can
we
hear
can't-
us, but we can't
Yeah,
hear you.
we
can't hear you.
we can hear
That's weird.
we can hear
But
you.
if
We can't hear
if
you.
I turn the volume up, it creates an echo.
Yeah,
Can you hear us now?
yeah, I can hear you.
Is it echoing?
That-
Are we causing an echo?
I can hear you. Yeah, unfortunately, it's causing
All
an
right, I'll have
echo.
to try again next week, Dave, okay?
Okay, it's good to have you on, though.
I'll talk to you during the week and I'll have to figure it out. I'm so sorry.
That's okay. That's okay.
Hey, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Take care. Oh, look at that. Wait a minute now. That's kind of that now wait a minute. That's Miss Carol's hat. So she kind of gets the win there. That looks like a pretty good cowboy hat to me. Oh, now you're just showing off, Gary.
He's got lots. He's got this one here. I like this one here because it's like weather worn. You know, like it looks like you should be sitting at a campfire with a beer in each hand.
I don't think that. I think the first thing that you do when you buy a cowboy hat is you're supposed to roll it around in the dirt. You can't wear a new one. You can't wear like a clean one. That doesn't work.
Yeah, this one's like felt.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
one's more. Yeah, these. I don't know what's a cowboy hat made of. It's not felt.
Yeah. Oh, we got Cosmic Mermaid and Starman are taking off. Glad to have you guys here. You guys have a good one. Oh, you know what I got to do? I can't remember if this happened last week or the week before. That's why I can't wait to go over some of these videos. I got to play with a rattlesnake. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I tried to open something else there, open a chat from YouTube or something, but that didn't work out.
Oh, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm not sure on the chats if you can get it. It's always been smaller on my hand. So, yes, Gary, real cowboy hats are made from felt.
Well, Jim, I think you should come on the camera and show us your hat.
Oh, and Crafty Traveler says that cowboys wear their new hats to church. See, I have to learn all of this cowboy hat etiquette because I have to kind of have my poop in a group when I get up to that rodeo in Haines. So that'll be fun to actually be kind of back behind the chutes and not having a bunch of cowboy hats looking at me because I'm the only one not wearing a cowboy hat.
So Miss Carol is not here today.
Oh, where's Miss Carol at?
She's at my son's.
Okay.
Yeah, she's visiting over there, my son and my daughter. I'm at the RV with the dog.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, the dog needs to be taken care of, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What have you guys been doing while you're up there? Now you guys are back, you're kind of in your home base, right?
This is our home base, Bronte Provincial Park. We're about a half an hour from my son's house, so we can just bop back and forth. But we've just been keeping busy. You know, Carol's been doing some part-time work there because she wants to just do something. You know, she doesn't like retirement too much. And I'm just, keeping busy myself, just doing stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot going on.
Oh, yeah, that, and you know, I'm not sure. That's kind of why after about 10 days in one place, I've got to get moving. It's like, okay, where am I going to see next? You know, oh, look at that next exit hat. That's styling right there.
Yeah. My head is so crooked that if I just naturally put on a hat, it's like, you know, like that all the time. It's always down on one side.
Okay.
I have to look I got such a crooked head. It's crazy.
There you go. There you go. And that's kind of, this is the hat that I have to wear. You have to wear some kind of hat when you're rodeoing. So this was the best that I could do. So
is that what it is? Is it rodeoing?
I guess cowboying, rodeoing. I'm not sure. You're talking to a city boy. All right.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you know what that's called, I mean, I know golfing. I know golf. I golf. I don't know.
Where is the sunset?
Let me see if I can get you.
Just white. I don't see anything back there. You know, when you lean back, it looked like I saw some clouds.
Yeah.
I can see something. Yeah, you got to back up a bit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Exactly. Oh, there you go. But then I go dark and you can't see me.
Yeah, well, we got a choice, right?
Maybe that's better. I don't know. Traveling Merton and Sue are back on. Let's see if we can get you back on there and see how are you guys doing now?
Hello.
Hey.
Hello. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
No vibration, no echo.
Okay.
We did it.
You sound good.
Hey, I'm a guy who about a year ago had a flip phone, so I'm not savvy at all. This whole YouTube thing has been blowing my mind, but I am so happy.
Well, look at you now, though.
Now, do you guys? Where's your cowboy hat? Nobody has a cowboy hat.
I used to live in Texas, and I had a cowboy hat, but I don't have one anymore. No.
You almost have to, if you live in Texas, have a cowboy hat.
You do. And when I moved to Texas, I was a hippie and I had to cut my hair too. Otherwise, I would have been dragged around on the back of a pickup truck or something.
If you can see the wall behind us, my son's wearing a cowboy hat in the picture behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, I
That's really
love
good.
it. I love it. So let's see if I can
His grandfather
bring
bought
that.
him cowboy boots and a cowboy hat. So we had a picture taken with the cowboy boots and the cowboy hat.
That's awesome. Which one is your son? Let's see there now.
Right over our head here.
I love it. I love it.
One over that one.
Now you guys,
It's over there.
There you go. It's kind of old. It's an old picture, so it's kind of faded.
I love it. I love it. Well, glad that you guys can be on. Now you guys have a YouTube channel as well?
Yes.
We do, and we're not RVers yet, but we're going to be. But we do a lot of traveling, and we do some videos for our subscribers and stuff for local stuff, pretty much. We rented an RV recently, though. We rented a Class C, and we love it. And I am officially in the market for a Class C.
Awesome.
A used one. It's pretty
Now,
easy to drive.
who
I wouldn't want to drive around a Class A like you do, but the little Class C is pretty comfortable to drive around. Although I did back it into the fence out here, and my wife told me measure the gate and make sure it fits. Well, I didn't have a ruler, so I used the old foot method, and I had 9 feet wide on the camper, and I had 10 feet wide in the gate, so I figured I had it made. Not so much. I rented the RV, and about 15 minutes later, I crashed it.
That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. We have another competitor. We have our very own Jim Bertrand in the house. Jim, are you ready? Oh yeah, we got the cowboy nod right there. Let's go ahead and add Jim.
Hey.
Look at that. You're doing it, Jim. How you doing?
Challenge accepted there, Gary. Probably
Nice to
holding
see
my
you, Jim.
phone wrong. Maybe I should hold my phone the other way. I don't know.
Yeah.
It should flip on its own. If you turn it sideways, it should, with any luck.
Oh, he's probably got an Android.
I do have an Android.
Yeah.
That's all right. You look good, Jim. You haven't been on the channel in a while. The last time you guys were coming up through Mexico. Now you're back up in Canada. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. It's at least we've got summer here, but we've had quite a bit of rain. So I'm trying to get a garden in, and I keep getting rained out.
Now, what happened? You're supposed to be getting like 90-degree weather. That's what Gary's getting.
Yeah, but Gary lives as far away from me as you live as far from me.
So Gary lives in the Florida of Canada.
Gary lives in the Florida of Canada, and I live in the Midwest of Canada, and you live in the Vancouver of Canada.
There you go. I just want warm weather. All right. That's all.
Well, I hate to say it, Dave, but after I seen you bundled up in parkas all last summer, I figure anywhere but Oregon is got summer.
Yeah, I'm thinking you're right. I've just been, I have been spoiled for too long, and
don't forget Nevada.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nevada is about the only place that Dave can laugh at right now.
Yeah, but I have friends down there. They said it's getting hot down there. And then you talk to Tom and Lori, or you watch their video, and it's snowing in Reno. So I don't know. I'm just ready for some warmer weather. So it's Crafty Traveler has a mini Winnie that's 24 feet long and drives like a fat car. And you know what? That's the way I feel about the coach. Jim, now you have a bigger coach.
Yep, 36 feet.
And how now you're kind of getting used to that by now. How is that having 36 feet?
Dave, I've never had trouble driving equipment. I've driven trucks and equipment all my life. And I also have a vehicle that I tow behind it. So
Okay.
yeah, no, you know,
Yeah.
I'm probably closer to 50 feet by the time I'm all hooked up.
Yeah, yeah, and I've never had problems driving this, but I guess it's just something like you have been doing it long enough. Gary, you have a long coach. Any problems running that rig?
I have 30 years of tractor trailer experience.
Okay.
So yeah, so it's like driving around a Class B to me. It's quite easy to get around. I have no problems.
Yeah.
And it drives like a dream too, right? So, you know, there's none of this bouncing all over the place or being thrown around or the wind blows
Right.
you. You know, we're 40,000 pounds and 45 feet long, and with the Jeep we're 63 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only thing that's uncomfortable, Dave, is when you get down on those Mexican highways that are about 9.5 feet wide and you're 8.5 feet wide. That doesn't leave you a lot of room to either side.
Yeah, I watched that, and we have some highways that I've found in California that are a lot the same way. Now, you had something that happened with your rig while you were down there that's happened to me. That's quite the wake-up call. I had a semi-truck click mirrors with me going the opposite direction.
Yeah, he just clipped the top of my mirror and he was making a correction. I was the third in the row with the 3 RVs with the 3 amigos, and there was lots of wind out in that bloody desert country, and the roads sometimes they get a little rough, and this semi made a little bit of a correction, and his tractor just tipped a little bit, and the bottom of his mirror clipped the top of mine.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah, I've got the mark on mine to show for it. Gary, have you had any problems running around?
You know, no. Actually, I find driving around very simple. You know, so
Yeah.
I'm not really that. I don't really have any issues. I guess the other guy on the road would be something to watch out for, but I've had good luck with that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, for starting RVers, people that are just kind of getting into it, what would be the advice you'd have for people that are trying to figure out what kind of rig to get?
I never had any large towables, but I think if you're going to go the towable route, you probably want to get a truck that's way too big for your towable, so that when you upgrade your trailer, you don't need a new truck.
Yeah.
That was something I saw from Happily Ever Hanks they were talking about, which makes a lot of sense. You try and overkill it on the truck in the beginning, because if you buy a truck and then a trailer and then you want to upgrade your trailer, you got to upgrade your truck, which they did. And now they want to upgrade their trailer again, so they got to upgrade their truck again. So they have to buy 3 trucks. Yeah. So, you know, that's an expensive way to go. But, you know, we went from a tent trailer to a 45-foot diesel pusher. So I really don't know what advice to give, because it's such a leap.
Yeah.
And I was looking for a Class A diesel pusher right from the start. I didn't really want to be smaller than 34 feet, and I was willing to go right up to 40 feet. I just happened to find this 36-footer with no slides, with the right engine and transmission combination I was looking for. So for me, that's what I was looking for from the start. I just wish that I'd get a little better gas mileage than 6.5 miles to the gallon.
Wow, that's not good. I guess that's expected with gas, though, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's an 8.3 Cummins diesel.
Oh, it is, and you're getting 6.3 with that. Oh boy.
Yeah,
well,
I'm doing 6.5 to 7.
Yeah, I had a few little issues. You know, there was some deferred maintenance on my unit. I took off my air filter when I was down in Baja, and I dumped out about 3 or 4 pounds of the most finest dust particulate you've ever seen in your life.
Ooh.
And immediately I got a big boost in my fuel economy and my power when I put it back together. The trouble is that they don't have part numbers on it that you can read on these things. I mean, I think it's the original one on the coach. And I did get a replacement one, but not until I got back to Canada. So I'm sure that would have made a big difference. I also had some fuel filter issues because I think the fuel sat in the tanks for about 10 years. And when it goes through freeze-thaw cycles for 10 years, you don't know what kind of stuff is in that fuel. Now, believe me, I put enough fuel through that unit that I cleaned a lot of it out. But I went through a few fuel filters on the way to get there.
Yeah.
Really?
Wonelli puts out. They said now they have a Class C, and they're getting 10 miles per gallon on that thing. First of all, and that's phenomenal. One thing that people should know is don't expect good gas mileage out of just about any RV, with very few exceptions. But I think they like theirs. Now there's a 24-foot Class C, and maneuverability is awesome. They do quite nice on that. And I have seen that rig. So Merton and Sue, now do you guys have, what kind of RV experience do you guys have, and what is what do you guys now are thinking about, like a Class C?
Yes. Yeah, we rented a Class C from Cruise America. Unfortunately, we wasn't very happy with that situation, but I won't get into that. But anyways,
Is that him or is that you? I think that's you.
That could be my signal. I'm having some problems on this end.
I heard him. Maybe it might be you, Dave, because it came through fine here.
I can hear you, Dave, but I can't see you. You're gone.
There you go.
Oh, you just came
Oh
back.
boy.
Oh, you just came back. Whoop.
Well,
There we go.
Gary, I'm having some problems with the internet on my end. If we die, you get the show.
Yeah, okay.
Right? You
I might bring you back on, maybe.
So, anyways, can you all hear me again?
Yep.
Yeah. So
I think everybody else can hear you except for me.
But we've done like a ton of traveling. We've been across the country several times, but we've always done it in Toyota Corollas, and we've never had our home in tow. It was just an awesome way to travel. I cannot believe it. It's like the way to travel. You got your home, you can get out of your seat, you walk in the back, you can take a leak, you can make a cup of coffee, you can watch TV, you can lay down, you can stop and let traffic dissipate, whatever you want to do. I've never had nothing like it. I've just driven around in a Corolla and in and out of motel rooms and in and out of motel rooms, but I really want to try this out, you know. So we're trying to find a reasonably priced, a reasonably priced used one though. You know, we're not like super wealthy, but we're looking to spend maybe 50 grand or 60 grand on a really old used one. But I'm a good mechanic, so I can fix whatever issues it has.
Try to shop in the 5-year-old range, 5 to 7 years maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm looking for something with not necessarily a small amount of mileage either, because it's not good for something to be sitting around either. So I'm not looking for something with like 25,000 miles on it or something, because it's 5 years old. Because it seems to me like rigs should move more than that. Like my machines at work, if they sit, they go to heck in a handbasket. You know, you need to use it.
It depends. It depends on how it's sat, because we bought this coach here. It's a 2014. We bought it in 2019. And it only had 19,000 miles on it, but it's great. The only problems that we had was our exhaust was an issue and a radiator, and both of them we knew going in that they were affected by sitting probably, but we've replaced those now and we're good. Everything's pretty solid.
Yeah, well, we're just going to say our prayers and hope we get a good one, you know, because you know, I just want to make a one-shot deal, and I'm getting old, so I only got a few years left to travel around. And you know, anyways, so
we're all getting old.
I'm
All
sorry.
the same boat.
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have cut it. I'm sorry. I'm just saying, buy your last coach first. You know, like we were looking
Exactly.
at Class A coaches. We decided let's just get the biggest one. What the hell, you know? And here we are. And now we have no regrets. We didn't have to climb a ladder, which could get expensive, and we're quite happy with it.
Yeah.
But then again, I'm very used to driving large vehicles, so that you got to take that into consideration.
Yeah, well, with me going from a Toyota Corolla to a Class C was a little bit like was a big leap, and I was white knuckling the thing, and then by the time I got back on the trip, I had my arm up on the steering wheel and I'm driving like this, like normal.
Right.
I
Yeah,
mean,
you can do anything.
I didn't like the blow by when a tractor and trailer
Right.
truck went flying by it, but other than that, it was great. You got to
See,
go
that's the
like this.
That's the advantage of this. We're 40,000 pounds. We got a tag axle in the back. A tractor trailer goes by the other way. We don't feel anything.
You feel nothing.
Yeah.
One comes up beside you, and if he comes up very slow on the left side to go by you, you might feel a very slight push as he comes up even with you, but you never get thrown out around the road.
Yeah, you don't
That
feel
doesn't
you can
happen.
do any of this.
No,
Yeah.
no, you drive
Yeah.
2 fingers. That's it.
Now, Dave,
I have to commend you though. One of the things you guys did, and I know we hate spending the money to rent one, but if you have something in mind and you're thinking this is what you want, find it someplace, whether it's RV America or wherever or whoever has that rig, and rent it. I know that oh my gosh, who was that? WC
Wayne Carey?
RV Adventures, they rented one a few times, and making sure before they bought that they were going to have something that they were going to enjoy and have. So spending a little bit of money, yeah, it's expensive, but you will know if that is going to work for you or if that's not going to work for you. I really like the fact that you went out and rented one.
right? I don't know if you all saw my video on my first black pipe experience. That was a real trip. I've been watching everybody, so I figured I had it down and everything. And I was underneath the rig, and I still had the black cap on. And I said to myself, "There's the valve." And in my mind, as a mechanic, I just wanted to see how the valve works. So I pulled it, pushed it, not knowing that I filled. Yeah. And when I took that black pipe up as a 67-year-old man, I think I moved like a 17-year-old. I was flying. Really kidding me. And we stuck out the campground. It was embarrassing, but I just kind of buried it and the smell went away. And I learned a lesson. Don't pull the valve ever until you get the hose hooked up first. You have to be kidding me. Right? It was terrible.
And I had just asked him, "What's that do?" And he said, "That's the valve to open it." And then he opened it. And then he thought, afterwards, "My God, what did I do?"
Now, the funny part about me crashing the fence up is she told me, make sure you measure that fence and make sure that you measure that RV before you try to back it in. I say, yes, ma'am, right? So I didn't have a ruler, but like I said, I did it the old-fashioned Portuguese way when they used to measure with their feet like this, And she said, "You measure with your feet?" Yes, I did. Are you gonna be? Yes, I measured with my feet. But what I did was I wasn't used to driving something so long, so I started to back in, and I realized that I wasn't going to make it, and I was going to pull ahead. But what I did was I turned immediately, and the back of the RV turned a little bit out, not realizing that I should have went out a little bit and turned because I'm so long. And there you go. Boom. Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
There you go.
I mean, I ripped it all apart. I spent 2 hours putting it back together, and the guy at the RV Cruise America never even noticed it. At least I got my $500, deposit back.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that great?
Hey, well, we are at the top of the hour. I'm glad that you guys got the audio. Will you guys please join us again? We would love to have you on. And thank you so much for being here. Once again, the name of your channel.
Traveling Merton and Sue.
There you go, right
Yeah.
there. And you know what? We look forward to seeing more videos from you. Will you join us again? We'd love having you on.
I absolutely will, and I thank you for having us.
And thanks for being patient
Absolutely.
with us newbies.
Yes, thank you.
So great meeting you guys. Absolutely. You guys have a good night.
You as
Thank
well.
you.
Take care. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
All right. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh. There we go. And Mr. Gary, Jim left us. Where did Jim go? I wanted to ask Jim. Now he has been on another channel, helping that gal out, and I wanted to give a shout out to that channel, and I don't remember the name of it, but Dark Jim, you left us before we got to say goodbye. So
If you give me a minute,
Gary,
I'll find that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can find that. I just where's Jim on here? Oh God, I got too many friends. Here we go. Where was that?
Yeah. And I don't remember the name of the channel, but we have seen Jim. Jim has been on some other channels, and I wanted to give them a shout out and say goodbye to him. So good to have him on there. Mr. Gary, what have you got going on, and what can we expect to see from you this week?
I just put out one today, cooking chicken on the Blackstone. I actually shot it in May of 2021, after we were locked down for COVID for like, I don't know, 12 or 15 months so far in the same RV park.
Right.
But we still had our house back then too, so it wasn't that bad. But today or yesterday, I was looking for something to do, and I don't know, I just started looking through old folders, and I found one that I had already started editing in the past, and I put it together, and it came out pretty good.
Oh, fantastic. Now, can we expect any cooking? Carol is looking for something to do. She could be doing some cooking videos. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Well, Carol's a very busy girl. Believe me on that. Yeah. But I don't know if I don't know. I'm not sure she likes to do it. She likes the result, but the putting in the effort, like Carol is a great cook, and she's cooking all the time. For her to slow down and set up some cameras and all that, and then, make herself look very nice, as she always does anyway. But, it's a whole big deal. Like, us guys, like, yourself, Dave, you got your hat on, you got your phone in your hand. I'm ready.
Exactly. Well, please tell her that we missed her. We're glad that you could come on, and we look forward to seeing what you put out this week.
Yeah. All right. Thanks for having me.
Yep,
Bye.
absolutely. Take care.
Oh
my gosh. Well, a good night. We're already at the top of the hour. When things are rolling, it just seems like time gets away with us. So I'm just going to go ahead and say good night. Box Van D, there it is right there. If you want to see Jim, she's held Box Van D. She's got a good channel out there. Go check that channel out. Sorry that you left us before we got a chance to say goodbye, but good to have you on, Jim. Thank you so much. And I am going to go ahead and let's see if I can't give WC RV Adventures the last word of the night. Good night, all. Happy Memorial Day. I forgot to say that. Gosh darn it. And I'm a veteran too. So thank you guys so much for being on and coming on and joining us. We're going to let you guys go. We're already almost 4 minutes over time. So we will see you guys next week. It's this same time. Live life full time. Take care, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. And hopefully I'll get some videos. I'm going to work on that. I got hours I've got to work on here. Take care, guys.